on our NFL quarterback bingo card, I did not have Kyler Murray an issue in the offseason. But you have Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, maybe Russell Wilson Jr. the third. Kyler Murray's under contract. He's got another year. Now he's making under $1 million. I can throw Tom Brady still in the mix because I don't know if it's officially official until later on this summer. And Tom, it feels like, is still leaving the door open. The Buccaneers are still leaving the door open for Tom Brady. We'll talk about that coming up in a moment. But Kyler Murray is shaking off the critical coverage. He brought about the critical coverage because he scrubbed his social media accounts. It had nothing to do with the Cardinals. This is during the Super Bowl week he decides to do this. Then he says, I play this game for the love of it, my teammates, everyone who has helped me get to this position, that believed in me, and to win championships. All of this nonsense is not what I'm about. Never has been, never will be. Anyone who has ever stepped between those lines with me knows how hard I go. Okay, well, there's two messages here. Because Chris Mortensen had a report over the weekend that there was some finger pointing with Kyler Murray. And Kyler Murray was embarrassed with the playoff loss and that he was being made a scapegoat. Well, somebody has to tell Kyler Murray this goes along with the territory, the highs and the lows. Every quarterback's the scapegoat. You're the number one pick in the draft. There's expectations. You want a Heisman Trophy. It's not like we go, wow, where'd this guy come from? What a really unique story. No, this is what he signed up for, and he brought about if he doesn't scrub his Instagram account, we're not talking about Kyler Murray right now. He wants us to talk about this situation. Now, he can distance himself, but this is what you sign up for, to be a starting quarterback, to be a number one overall pick. This is about money. He wants to get the Josh Allen treatment. Well, he's not Josh Allen. And what's going to happen? Are the Cardinals going to trade him? Do you want Kyler Murray? Are you going to give up 3 first-round picks and then something for Kyler Murray? And I know, Pro Bowl player a couple of times, Rookie of the Year. I understand all of those things. Do you want to sign up for Kyler Murray as your franchise quarterback? Do you want to be giving him $40, $45 million a year? That's where you got to roll the dice here. If you think he's available, then maybe you knock on their door. Does Arizona want to give up Kyler Murray? I don't think they do. But with this, and yes, there's been talk of Kyler Murray before. I had a source tell me this was prior to the start of this year, and talked to somebody in Arizona. And they said, he's not a leader. He doesn't know how to lead yet. And that's really important. And immature was a word that came up. Immature came up in Chris Mortensen's report. Look, Aaron Rodgers has been accused of not being a great leader or being immature. But he's a lot older, and he's proven himself. It goes along with the position. Ben Roethlisberger. You've had varying degrees of criticism with Ben as a leader and off the field. It goes with the territory. Kyler Murray's not being treated any different than any other quarterback here. We expect greatness out of you. And, when all goes, south, then you go, hey, I want to get out of here. That's not, be a leader. Step up. Why did you scrub your Instagram account? That's what I want to know. Just tell me that. What led you to think, if I do this, this won't create any kind of news, headlines? But Chris Mortensen, I trust Mort's report, had a detailed report about Kyler Murray. But he's shaking off the critical coverage. No word on his future, but I'm going to imagine he's probably going to say, hey, you know what? Everything's going to be better. If he doesn't like Cliff Kingsbury and the play calling, okay, now we got a conversation here. Because I've been critical of Cliff Kingsbury. I don't think he's an NFL coach. He's currently employed as one, but everything he does in the first half of the season and then what happens in the second half of the season, and not just in the NFL, in college. This isn't a coincidence. So if he has a problem with that, okay. Seemed like that was a match made in heaven for those two guys. But Kyler Murray's a good player, and I've said that from the beginning. I thought he was a starting quarterback, and everybody talked about he was too small. I said he can play. He makes plays. You watch him play. But this part of it is what concerns me. Be a leader. Step up. Hey, I'm disappointed. Hopefully we make this better. Or if you just say you want out, then say you want out. But to me, it feels like it's Josh Allen got a head start on his contract. I should get that. Okay. Then ask the Cardinals. And they don't want to do it. If I'm the Cardinals, I'm not giving you your contract extension now. Now, he might say, I've earned it. Well, you have a contract. That allows us to get players to build around you. I mean, the Browns are going to wait for Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson. You can get a head start on this. Buffalo decided they were going to get a head start with Josh Allen. I would let this play out this year, and I wouldn't even be sold I'm going to give him a long-term. I want to know, are you a leader? Are you the guy who's mature? Are you going to be the guy that we can count on? Next year's his 4th year. But this nonsense started because he created the nonsense here. Rookie of the Year, 2 Pro Bowls, but this is the first time the Cardinals made the playoffs this year. And being a scapegoat, just ask every quarterback who's ever played the position. At some point, you get a lot of blame. You get way too much credit and way too much blame. That's what goes along with the territory.